Today we're hosting our Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day. This is our 10th annual Introduce a Girl Day that we've had. And the girls are here to speak with various other engineers. We brought in Marucci Sports this morning. And then they're actually working right now on an engineering project where they're going to build Rube Goldberg machines using simple machines and tools that an engineer would use.
I think we have more than 80 girls here today from local schools who are making a Rube Goldberg machine. So this is an introduction to engineering for these young girls in our community. And you see a lot of ExxonMobil engineers and chemists and technicians here working with them in the green t-shirts, helping them design and build their machines. So they're going to have a lot of fun with some Mardi Gras beads, and I think it'll be a great learning experience for them.
What they're trying to do is basically get girls interested in becoming engineers, or to at least know what engineers do. And I think they do a really great job of that because they show them all the different kinds of things that female engineers have actually invented.
Rube Goldberg is actually a very complicated machine that does a very simple task. So they're basically building a very complicated machine with lots of different parts that's going to drop some Skittles in a bucket. You really could just pick up a bucket and drop those Skittles in it and it would be fine. But we really want the girls' creative juices to be flowing and to use their engineering skills to make a more complicated, slightly more elegant, creative kind of contraption.
We're building a system with simple machines to try to get the marbles into a cup.
What kind of ideas are you using to make that machine?
Kind of using a domino effect to knock down cups and stuff like that.
Marucci Sports manufactures sporting goods equipment for the best players in the game, Major League Baseball, all the way down to the youngest players in T-ball and coach pitch leagues.
We got started about 10 or 12 years ago building wood bats, and we got so good at that we expanded. Now we do aluminum bats, baseball gloves, fielding gloves, batting gloves, bags, helmets, which I'm in charge of, and we're looking to expand the line from there.
Engineering has a role in every one of the products we make, everything from the wood to the aluminum to the fielding gloves. It's the backbone for the company and how we design product, and it's what sets us apart from a lot of our competitors.
Why is it important that girls learn about engineering?
I think it's important for everybody to learn about engineering. Specifically, girls are underrepresented in education and engineering programs, so I think it's good that we inspire kids to follow that path.
It's important that we give everyone an opportunity to go into the math and science fields. I mean, we have really a critical shortage of engineers and other professions in the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And I think too often we don't encourage young girls, right? It's not a cool thing. So hopefully something like today will show them that it can be fun. You know, they can have a really good time innovating and learning new things and interacting with some of these ladies in the room who have in fact made careers in the engineering field. So it's just hopefully a little spark, give them an idea of what it can be like, and maybe they'll pursue that. We hope so.
I think it's something that not a lot of people realize that women could be good at. I didn't have many girls in engineering classes with me, but the few that were in the classes with me were as good as anybody else, and it's fascinating. They can look at things through different lens than men can in a number of instances, and so it would be great if we could have inspired even one girl today to become an engineer and do something that she's passionate about.
It's important, one, because there are not very many females who are in engineering, and then girls they bring something different to the table, their creativity. When they bring that to the table, it helps with the total package of what industry needs. So I think the creativity that girls bring is a lot different and very, very important.
I think girls bring a different set of skills to the table. Sometimes they're more creative. They just have different life experiences than a lot of the males that go in. And so we really want to make sure that we inspire these girls, show them that engineering can be fun. It's not that stereotypical refinery, chem plant, smokestacks kind of thing coming up. But that they can come in and do something fun and creative and be inspired. They can do cosmetics. They can do anything they want, really.
We're the other half of the demographic. We are women can bring a different type of diversity into the engineering field, so having that engagement as in the middle and high school levels is very important.
Why did you get into the field of engineering?
So that started way, way back then. My dad is actually an engineer, as are all my uncles. And as a child, I was allowed to play with Legos. I got more Legos than Barbie dolls, there's nothing wrong with Barbie dolls, but Legos are fun. And those Legos just kind of inspired me to be creative and build things. And then from there on, it's just kind of always seems like something I was meant to do. I was born to be an engineer. Just kind of fall through with everything.
I loved chemistry in high school. I really loved chemistry in high school. And I thought I wanted to go into medicine. So I was working with my chemistry teacher, and he saw that I really liked to build things, and I was kind of diverse in my interests. So he encouraged me to go into engineering. So honestly, I got a scholarship from an engineering school. The first year was really hard, and I didn't think I was going to stay. But I stuck it out, and I've loved it. It's been a really diverse career for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
I love math and science. I've always loved math and science. It's something that I've always been very interested in. Also, just really learning how to troubleshoot at a very early age was also something that I really enjoyed.
Is a STEM career something you're interested in?
Yes, I'm actually interested in becoming a mechanical engineer. It makes me motivated and learn that there's not just calculating, it's building and fixing things.
The biggest challenge was probably getting through college, as most degrees are. But if you stick with it, it's good. There's always that kind of look that people give you that says, "Oh, you're a girl, you're doing engineering. Are you sure you want to do that?" And I'm really here to tell young girls going through that, yeah, you really do want to be an engineer, and you want to keep going, and you want to strive to be successful, and it's very rewarding in the end.
There's plenty of challenges in oil and gas, obviously. It's a dynamic field and with lots of changes. I would say the biggest challenge is really just making sure that the community at large really is engaged into our industry and understands what the overall goals.
Do you have any suggestions on where young girls can find these role models and mentors?
So I would say start with your schools, talk to your counselors. Most of the schools have some type of industry partner, like ExxonMobil, and we are always happy to find a mentor or somebody for the kids there. I know we have 14 schools that we currently have volunteers in on a regular basis, and we'd love to have more. So girls should really just kind of look in that direction. Maybe ask around at their other community places, the churches, schools, other events like that. And there's always somebody there.
In our program at Scotlandville, of course, we do speed interviews for the ninth graders. And we bring in about 26 to 30 engineers. And those students get a chance to actually interview those engineers. They can get business cards from them so that they can use them as mentors. And then we have an engineering advisory council. So all they have to do is look to those areas, and these people are so willing to give back in the community, and that's important.
If there was a girl that was thinking about engineering, what would you say to her to inspire her?
I'd tell her to always ask questions, take things apart whenever she can, don't be afraid of failure, and don't let anything get in your way.
I would say there is going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of hurdles that she has to get over, but it's so worth it in the end. And then there are so many really good role models out there that are just waiting for them to come and say, I need some help. I would love to be role models for all of these girls here. So I just really want them to look out, find somebody they can kind of follow and build on, and then just pursue their dream.
Follow your passion. But first of all, give it a chance. Explore by problem solving. Seeing what you like, maybe taking things apart, seeing if you can put it back together, if that's your passion. Do some career surveys and see what you really, really like to do, and then follow that and find people who are doing what you like and ask them questions. So have mentors who are engineers, and find young female engineers.
What would you say to another student that was maybe thinking about going into engineering?
It's not just a lot of math that makes your head hurt. It's about fixing things to help people in the future. And it's actually fun, not just boring sitting there doing math all the time.
My favorite part about today is just the smiles on these young ladies' faces, because a lot of them, they don't think about how much fun it truly can be to create and to solve problems. So today when I was talking to them, one of them told me she thought an engineer fixes things, and she's absolutely right. Right? That's a lot of what engineers do. So, fun is to see those light bulbs going off with the girls today.
My favorite part about today is seeing all these female engineers, and of course the Marucci bats, Marucci Sports. My son loves softball, men's softball, and he's always investing in different kinds of bats. So I thought that was really good to show these girls how creative, how their creativity can lead to a career. So just simple things that went on, but I think that was really the good part about today.
I think seeing the look on some of the kids' faces, I could see a couple of girls get fired up about it, certain things that we said, and it was neat to tell them about my experience, because I know when I was their age, I had no idea that there was such a thing as a baseball engineer, and I think that it's really valuable to kind of share that knowledge, and maybe we didn't inspire somebody to be a softball engineer, but maybe we inspired somebody to be another kind of engineer of something that they're passionate about, something that entertains them.
I think my favorite part about today is what the girls are getting ready to work on now, which is the Rube Goldberg competition.
The guest speakers telling me about their profession and just encouraging me to become an engineer.
Seeing the level of engagement that we've had with these young ladies, it's been very rewarding also as a female engineer to see the future of the engineering discipline coming through.
What are some other ways that ExxonMobil works to inspire young girls?
So we have various other activities throughout the year. We actually plan part of the Cinderella Project Leadership Academy in the fall. We go in and we interact with the girls out there. Last year we did a Science of Beauty demonstration where we made perfume with the girls, which is a chemical engineer's specialty. We also did some lip gloss and basically showed the girls that there's all sorts of opportunities for you to go into engineering or STEM fields.
We do all sorts of things in the community. We have an organization that'll go into the schools and read with the children. There's a lot of schools we work with in terms of math and science night. The list goes on and on. We have some of the most generous employees ever. It's amazing to me how many hours they spend in the classroom, and I love to go with them whenever I can just to get to see them in action.
What are some other ways that Exxon and Scotlandville schools reach out to children to try to encourage them?
Oh, wow. Well, ExxonMobil is one of our biggest partners, and some of the things they do, they have an ambassador program, and the ambassadors come to our school and they help tutor our children. Any activities that we have relating to science, technology, engineering, and math, they work with us with those. They recently selected Scotlandville High School, Scotlandville Middle School, and Progress Elementary to implement a STEM grant. They did $450,000, and what they're doing is training teachers in how to teach STEM. So I know that our math and our science teachers are involved in that, as well as the ones from the middle school.
I think Marucci inspires a lot of kids on the baseball field, and from there I think kids are inspired to try to learn about different opportunities and jobs within the sporting goods industry.
If people would like more information, where can they get that?
They can go to our website, exxonmobilbr.com, and there should be more information on there.